Today we're diving into a button-pushing saga in the heart of the Democratic Party that could set the stage for the 2028 presidential race. Two states, South Carolina and Nevada, are clamoring for the coveted first slot in the primaries, a spot that carries more weight than simple numbers. The order you choose shapes the narrative, the demographics that matter, and ultimately the candidate who moves forward. For decades, the mainline Democratic calendar began in Iowa and New Hampshire, both heavily white states. When President Biden lifted South Carolina into the first slot for 2024, the state's large black electorate, which had proved decisive in 2020, received the spotlight. President Biden's own success in South Carolina, where the black majority's support helped him clinch the nomination, seemed to validate that strategy. Now, the scene is set for a fresh contest. A powerful 49-member panel of Democratic National Committee insiders will convene this week in Washington, D.C., to map out the early state order. The full party will vote next month, but the behind-the-scenes lobbying and negotiations are already erupting. From the margins of that meeting come voices like Christale Spain, chair of the South Carolina Democratic Party, who told me, "It's almost like we're running against Nevada." She's a black leader weighing whether her state's historic role is being superseded by groups that frame their advantage around Latino voters. If Nevada gets elevated over South Carolina, it would be because of their Latino vote, she said, warning that it could send a message to black voters that they matter less. But Nevada's case for primacy has its own logic. The state is a growing, diverse swing state with a substantial Latino population and a legacy of organized labor. Democrats currently hold both of Nevada's Senate seats. Local organizers, including the campaign arm of the CBO and Latino advocacy groups, have chased the idea that Nevada's early test would foster a candidate with strong outreach to voters that the party deems crucial for a 2028 general election. Nevada argues that because it is now a more reliably Democratic state in local contests, placing it first would shore up a coalition that could swing in the general. Virginia is now talking up the calendar as well. Former Governor Terry McAuliffe, now chair of the DNC, says that if you have the right calendar, you can have the right nominee to prepare you for the general election. Virginia also has a sizable black population, so it too sees how state order matters. Who wins the calendar fight will shape how campaign money flows, who receives early endorsements, and how delegates. A candidate who can win South Carolina demonstrates a base of black voters, while a candidate who can capture Nevada's Latino voters shows a different coalition. It's not just about who you run with, it's about who you run for, who or what you fight, and how the decisions of DNC insiders can ripple out across the party. Some observers note that behind the tactics sits subtle politics. The arguments from South Carolina's organizers come from the necessity to protect a sense of belonging that black voters feel in the party. Meanwhile, Nevada's push underscores how Latino voters, now a key demographic, are positioning themselves to have an impact on national politics as well. What will it be the result? The calendar order will be laid out next month, but the current backroom dynamics suggest that the path to the first slot is no longer a simple roll of the dice. Finally, remember that the 2028 race is far enough out that the powdery issues we discussed today of the interplay of race, coalition, and campaign strategy will be the very foundations upon which the next nomination is built. Thanks for tuning in to this episode, Francie Space. Stay with us for our next discussion on how this calendar order could change the political landscape leading up to 2028.